Hey people, welcome back to my channel Shake Rides. Today we are gonna talk about BMW G310 GS BS6 version. These are my first impressions. Very recently I did my G310R ride review, so this is gonna be on the same lines. I have done a walk around review. You can check in this link. You can check here, and this is the walk around video which I had done where I have mentioned all the technical specifications of this bike. A quick technical specifications: upside down forks at the front. We have a 19-inch wheel at the front, that is 110 by 80, and at the back we get 160 by 70 17-inch wheel. The engine is what we get the same from 310R, 34 PS of power and 28 Nm of torque. Here we have full LED setup and DRLs. It gets a adjustable lever at the front for brake and clutch. It's a throttle by wire. It also gets a slipper clutch, and looks very dazzling, very sportive, looks as big as the other big bikes. It has retained all the characteristics of the BMW super bikes, adventure bikes. So without much talking, let's do the riding, and let's talk about this, how it feels. Chalo. So I'm on the bike. A very good posture, riding posture, wide handlebar, fit and finish, top notch, no complaints whatsoever. BMW badge here, the fuel tank, and I'm 5.9 and I'm kind of doing a tiptoeing because this has a seat height of 800 and change. I will put it on the screen. And G310R was very comfortable, but with one single leg I can comfortably handle this, no issues whatsoever. Trying to put two legs, well, I can feel the height here. And let's see, turn on the ignition, comes to the life. So this is a trip meter. I have given the information in my previous video, a walk around video of this. Let's turn this on and see how it feels. Well, you can feel the grunt, right? Okay, so mirror bars, they serve the purpose. I can see what's behind me, and it has the same engine feel of a G310R, and this is the BS6 version, compliance with BS6 now. Okay, first gear, and here we go. So the first impression is the engine is refined because of BS6 version, and a good low end and mid end, I can say. I feel the same as the G310R BS6. The only difference would be now we have a complete different view altogether when we sit on this bike. So when you're talking about adventure sport, it all boils down to how comfortable you can take this to the place where you want to go, because you can take any bike to any place where you want to go, but it all boils down to how comfortable you can take. So companies just don't make bikes for the heck of making it and making money. They have a purpose, and the purpose is adventure sport today, and BMW G310 shines in this, and I can say without any doubts. I'm in second gear now, and the bike pulls like anything. I'm in the fourth gear already, and ride quality is very good. They have a good travel suspension travel, I can say. So the front you get 43 mm upside down forks, and they do the job very nicely. And the height is something people will have a little problem, but they will get used to it. It's not that they cannot ride, since they have targeted this bike for adventure. So you need a very good ground clearance. That's going to help you a lot when you do off-roading or long trips, because Indian roads, you can never expect Indian roads to be nice with you. Let me do a U-turn here, and let's see. So U-turn I can do it very comfortably, and you can feel the power right there. The front you get 320mm at the disc, and the back you get 240mm disc, and they are doing a fine job. You get a good feedback. Even at the cornering, they get great confidence even in the cornering. And you also get a visor at the front. Now you don't have it, but you can buy one in the aftermarket, or you can also buy it from the showroom. First gear, second gear is very responsive. I mean, when you're going in the different terrains and rough roads, I mean, the low end should be very good, and that's gonna help you to take you to all the kind of places. Like if you're struggling to go in an adjacent place, and where the road is up ahead of you, and your first gear, second gear should be very good. If not, your bike is gonna will have a less power, and you start slipping as you start going back. In the highways, you can easily make the speed of 140 plus, and you will not have any problem. But the sweet spot would be somewhere around 90 is what I feel, because 90 the bike will shine, and you will not feel any stress on the engine, and even you can go 100 also, and this will not have any issues whatsoever. Maneuvering is very easy. The setup, the adventure setup, you can feel there's the headlight is attached to the body and not to the handle. It's the same setup as what you get for all kind of adventure sport. Let it be Himalayan, let it be a KTM 390 Duke Adventure, and doesn't feel heavier at the front. I mean, it's easy to maneuver. I'm not feeling any kind of heat, and I'm not feeling any stressed. The riding posture is upright, and the turning radius is good, and the low end is good, the mid end is good. It's not that this bike is only for adventure sport. You can also take it in your city rides, to your office rides. You will still enjoy in the city. And honestly speaking, if you're a person in a Bangalore, you definitely need bikes like this, or like Himalayan, or like the KTM Adventure, because the roads are sometimes in rainy seasons, the roads are so pathetic that even the speed breakers are so bad that you need some kind of an adventure bike to ride in the Bangalore city. Okay, so that's the bike about, guys. It still retains the same characteristics of BS4. Now this is a BS6. This is more eco-friendly and nature-friendly now, and the power figure remains same. You get a slipper clutch now. You get a adjustable levers at the front. You also get the throttle by wire, so it misses out with the modes as you get it in Adventure 390 Adventure, and that's the reason it's priced a little more compared to this. But overall package is very good, no complaints whatsoever. You will not have any problem when you do a long rides in this. I think the tank capacity is the downside of this, but again, I mean, not every bike is perfect. So when you have some good points, it also has some not so good points, and this is one of it. The foot pegs are set mid set, so they're not back set, they're mid set, and that will help you to have a right upright posture for a long time, and you will not have any kind of pain on your hands also, because when you keep it for a long time, you will not feel any kind of a problem. You'll get a decent mileage and decent range from the tank, somewhere around 300 kilometers from the tank. 300 kilometers range is what you get from this tank, and it all depends on how you ride, your riding style, and what speed you go on the highways. So 110, 120 should not be any problem on this bike in the highways, and even you can go, I think, even 135, but it will go better than Himalayan, that is for sure, because it has 34 PS of power, and also has a good torque at the mid and low end, 28 Newton meter of torque. So it will not be as quick as KTM 390 Adventure, but it will not be as slow as Himalayan also. See, we Indians are always about the price conscious people, but when we are getting a brand for a lesser price, I think something is bang for a buck, you say, right? So something like that. So BMW has done a great job by reducing the prices almost like 65 to 70k on this model. If you're planning, if you're a person who do a lot of adventurous trips and touring, and if you want a bike somewhere more than Himalayan and somewhere close to KTM Duke 390 Adventure as now we have it, but what price is what it matters, and also do you get a brand like BMW is what again it matters. So BMW shines there. They have reduced the price of 65k now, and this will cost you around 3,60,000 change on road price. I will put it on the screen, you can check it out. So different colors, different prices, and the ex-showroom is somewhere around 2.85 lakhs. Some amount of price you're giving for brand, for the brand to have it on your the badge on your bike. For some amount is sure for that, and the rest all amount is for the performance, for the true performance of this bike. No complaints in the previous version. It is just that it was costlier, a little costlier side, because at that price, 4 lakh price, there are so many bikes available at that price. And now the same price you also get Royal Enfield 650 Twins, but again their characteristics are a little different, and that is more like a cruiser bikes those are, and you can also take for an adventure, but little modifications are needed. But here you don't need any kind of modifications. And one more good news is like the Diwali is going on, and there are a lot of offers available on the accessories and gears of BMW, and I will put screenshots on the video. You can see these bikes are available in Tusker BMW showroom in Lavely Road. You can go and check and do a test ride. And you can see the road here, it's so pathetic, and it's kind of almost like a off-roading, and I can feel the travel suspension doing the right job. You can also get a different view when you can stand on the on your foot pegs, and you can easily ride. For my height they feel right, no issues. I'll show you one more time. Now if you can see, I'm on my foot pegs now, and no issues. I can easily do stand riding. But I mean, you're sitting so comfortably that you don't have to do it until unless to get a different experience to do it. So that's the whole video, guys, of GS310. These are my first impressions. Please do subscribe to my channel. If you have anything to say, do comment in my comment section. Press the bell icon for the latest updates on my channels. And this is Sheikh, and I am signing off.